Thought we would start just about 15 minutes ago.
What?
Everything.
Yeah. What?
Everything. Missed layups, turnovers. You couldn't have. We'll take the win. And one thing I will say, usually when you give up a lead like that, to gather yourself and play well in overtime is rare. So I told our guys I'm very proud of that. But just the mistakes we made down the stretch, very similar to the Houston game in some ways. We have to fix that.
What's going through your mind during those final 30 seconds when the ball's bounced off Joel's head and there's pretty much just pure chaos going against you the entire time?
I just hope a miss. It's like I felt like a football coach when the guy had a field goal. I hope he misses one of the field goals. And so he did. We got it to overtime, which is an amazing statement. Like, really, that should never happen.
You just mentioned the Houston game. So this is now 2 straight games where just turnovers has kind of been.
Yeah, we all our guards, we all have to come to the ball. We have to get open. We got to play through their fouls down the stretch of the game. I thought, James got stripped once. Shake gets a hook. I mean, think about all the things that had to happen. We get a hook foul. I think we miss at least one layup, miss a couple free throws, have at least 4 turnovers. Can't happen. We'll fix that.
I mean, you mentioned to rally and be able to play well is rare. Like, what were you saying in that huddle?
They were in overtime. It's a tie game. Let's go win the game. Once that happens, we'll fix it in film the next day and in practice. But in the moment of a game, you get your guys focused on forward and not back. And trust me, they were thinking back in that timeout. And so that's all we talked about. We're going to win the game. Going to score on the first play. We showed them where they were trapping from, and we executed.
Are you surprised you're having so many clutch issues like that with such a veteran?
Well, we haven't had clutch issues. We just have had them the last couple of games. Yeah. Is that what you meant? Yeah. No, I'm joking. But we haven't had clutch issues, but the last 2 we have. Taking care of the ball, getting the ball to the right guy at the right spot at the right time, we have not done that.
Anthony Melton performance, he had a career high.
It was unbelievable. Listen, his shooting is elite from especially the break, which is rare. Most guys are corner shooters. He's not. His hands, I think it was 53 deflections that we had. Maybe it was less, but I know he had half of them. Literally, he had half of our deflections in one basketball game. And half of his deflections, he has nothing to do with the play. Like, he's on the weak side. He's just uncanny. The block shot was incredible. The steal, the cross-court pass where he just jumped up and caught it. I'm telling you, that's rare. He's been unbelievable for us. He won. Joel and James down the stretch, Tobias had a stretch, but Anthony Melton was huge tonight for us.
Doc, aside from that end of game stretch, the beginning of the second quarter, you guys struggled a lot with the zone. What happened there? What was
Didn't execute again. 21 is our call. We've killed zones all year. Zones has not been an issue. But when it becomes one individual game, it usually stays. I thought they tried to run in the third quarter and we killed it. And we just started running what we should be running. So that wasn't because we played so well in the third quarter against the zone, you notice they stopped running the zone. So that was the one thing that was really good with execution-wise.
Joel loves that elbow 5 play. And it was something that he went to religiously.
Elbow flat or elbow 5. Yeah.
I guess, is you want play calling in his hands in the fourth quarter, or do you think that?
No, I like elbow 5 and elbow flat. We didn't get it to him, a couple of the times, and we have to. And I don't love elbow 5 because it's more of just an ISO. I like elbow flat with the pick and roll. Our guards struggle getting over the pick with Pat Beverly involved, and that's why we start setting the pick with Anthony Melton first, get the switch, and then come off. There's so many things. Even though we scored on it down the stretch, there's still things like execution-wise that I saw doing it that we have to get better. Guys are starting to shoot the gap from the weak side, and we have to see that.
I know, in regards to their minutes, Joel and James, 5 of their minutes were with the overtime. Did they play too many to your liking? Or
no, I was fine. I was fine with their minutes tonight. We just had 3 days off. got a day off tomorrow. We knew that going into the game that if it was going to be a high-minute game, we could have one of those games right now. It had been one of those stretches where it was every other game, that you go on, they wouldn't have played minutes like that.
Last couple of questions. The other night in Houston, you said before the game you were kind of on James' minutes because he's a little older. Like, are you concerned?
No, it's too early. I'm not that concerned. And again, the 3 days of rest, we didn't do much in these 3 days. I mean, the second day we literally watched film, so that's 2 days off in a row. Yesterday didn't go very hard because we don't have enough guys to do anything in practice. So we felt pretty good about heavy minutes tonight.
Last question. Ago that Joe scored 20 in the first quarter. Just what allowed him to have the start to the game that he had?
Honestly, I hate to say it, we ran a bunch of elbow fives, elbow flats early because we wanted him to get involved in the game early. There's been times of late where it feels like he tries to ease himself in, and so one of our things going into the game, we're getting Joel involved early in this game, and then let's win it from there. He was fantastic too, so that was good. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Where are you going to hang that up or keep that now?
Nah, honestly, I'm about to get it to my mom. So she about to get, especially with a night like this. It's definitely going to her.
Just what led to your success? Just offensively, defensively, you had a career night just across the board?
Honestly, on offense, my teammates was just finding me. Some of those passes, the way they got through, I'm pretty sure I don't think they thought I was gonna get through, but they was getting there. They kept finding me. They kept leaving me open, so I just kept shooting it and kept shooting with confidence.
Were you surprised that they kept leaving you open the way they were?
Nah, we got so many guys that draw attention that it opens up space for other players. So tonight was, my night, and my teammates kept finding me, and I just kept finding an open spot.
Anthony, you seem more comfortable with, threes that are not in the corner than, threes that are in the corner. How it's kind of different from some guys.
I don't know. I guess I just, I like that spot. And Doc understood that, so he kept putting me there. He kept telling me to go, to the high quad or go to the wing and stuff like that, because he understands, I shoot a high percentage from there.
Was there a moment when you realized you were getting close to your career high? Did anybody tell you? Was it like a picture where they don't let you know you're close to a no-hitter?
No, I kind of noticed just talking with Tyrese and stuff like that. After I hit a couple, I was just talking with him and stuff like that. So I noticed, but I didn't want to change how I was playing. I just kept, making sure I was ready and understand, attack when I need to.
What was Terry saying to you?
Keep going. Just keep going. Stay in your shot. And if you don't keep scoring, then, I'm soft. So I just had to keep going.
7 steals, 8 threes, 33 points. What felt the best tonight?
7 steals, honestly. Apparently, I think I was tied with Matisse on steals, so I just, I wanted to beat him. But, just going out there, just being solid, listening to the game plan. I feel like all that stuff, it mattered, and, it took away possessions from them.
Any particular of those 7 stand out?
All of them. All of them. Without one, I don't get 7, so all of them I love.
How did you guys adjust going into overtime? Because it was a rough last 30 seconds of regular time.
It wasn't too many adjustments. We understand, how we ended the fourth. It wasn't good. We should have had this. We should have closed this out a couple minutes ago. But we just wanted to go into overtime, just keep applying pressure and understanding that, whoever gets more stops in this game is going to win. So I feel like in OT, we just locked in on that. We just stuck to the game plan, just, kept defending.
How did the last 30 seconds of regulation feel? It looked very chaotic. As an outsider, how did it feel in the midst of it?
Man, I don't know. Time felt like it kept stopping. It felt like it was the longest 30 seconds. I felt like we was doing some of the right things, but they just kept creeping up. But, that type of stuff we're going to watch in film and understand where we need to get better and, just move on.
Anthony, I saw after practice yesterday, you were pushing something afterwards. I assume that's kind of like to work on your back or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess is it safe to say that the maintenance that you're doing and everything to push through, you're finding enough to continue playing at a pretty high level?
Definitely. Something I'm trying to stay on. trying to provide for my team and understand what I need to do. So, getting as healthy as possible, is important, especially with guys keep going down and, guys coming back and stuff like that. So I think the maintenance is definitely helping me maintain. Some adrenaline definitely helps too.
Thanks, Anthony.
Yeah, thank you.
So,